hi again. I just thought of another thing that I do with my levels masking when I matte, and I thought I'd show you guys. So if we put on a levels matte layer, this is already a finished image, but we're just gonna pretend it's not. So say that there's no matte on there right now, the darks are back in. So we want to put on a level matte like that. It's a little bit more than I did before. There we go. They match pretty good, right? Okay. And then what I would do is, if you guys don't know this tool, this is a really cool tool. This right here is called the Quick Mask button, and you can hit Q to activate it, or you can just click on this right here, and it has to be on 100% opacity and on your black layer, and you just paint on where you want to mask, and then hit the Q again or click that button again. And then I would do a levels layer just on that part I selected. And I always do this on faces, almost on every image. I make sure that my highlights are full. So you don't want any gaps at the end of your histogram here. So I bring my highlights into the very edge. You don't want to pull it too far, it will clip your highlights. And then I would bring in my blacks as well, or my shadows. And I don't always pull them all the way in. I sometimes leave a bit of matte, but this is a way to adjust just the faces instead of just pulling it off like I showed you in the last one. Adjust just the faces with a layer mask. Levels is one of the most powerful tools you can use, so you guys need to learn levels if you haven't. I mentioned it above in a post that Damien Simmons does a class, and it's fabulous. So I would pull this down to give her back her shadows in her face, and you see it takes the matte off of her face. And so then I could go on this layer and just paint it in on his face as well, and they should match. And put it onto her hair, and then get a bigger brush so that they don't look cut out. Do a 30% brush and just click it on so that it blends out the matte layer. So that's before and that's after. And I'm going to group these layers so you can see what I had before on my finished image, and now I like it even more because it pops out their faces. And you can, if you think it's a little much, you could take it down just a little bit, whatever you want. You can adjust the group altogether like that. So to do the group, I did that really quick, so let me show you. So to make a group of layers so that you can click them on and off together, and you can mask a whole group, you click all the things that you want to be grouped, and then you hit Control G, and it makes a group, and you can name it right here, and you can put a layer mask on the whole group and mask things off if you wanted to. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with a group. So those are a few more tricks, and I will talk to you next time.